Okay, let's do Tetsuo's. Fancy sushi. With dusk fast approaching, they have no time to waste. With that in mind, Tatsumi and Eryo direct their investigation toward Komagara High School and the Shiraishi residence. Okay, let's head to Komagara High School first. Here we are, Komagara High School. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Any more insight? This place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimu's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's Procession. And of course, where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Maybe we can talk to the cops. You know, cop to cop. Oh right! Speaking of schools... What is it? You said the paranormal affairs can't help us right now. Yeah, which I don't understand. There's been multiple deaths. So, why don't we get that psychic high schooler you mentioned to help us? A lot of the people involved in the case lead back to this school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. Very smart. For a guy who questioned me on the legality of working with them, you sure are eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. Experts? With an S? Is there more than one? When'd you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. 9 a.m. A perfectly reasonable time for students to be at school. Yet, I doubt this will be that simple. The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubberneckers. The atmosphere is kind of tense if this man comes around. Komagara High's gymnasium also serves as a polling place and evacuation center. A lot of the buildings around here are still made of wood, but this place looks safe and sturdy. The school gate will stay locked while forensics inspects the scene of the incident. It looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. Oh, so we'll come back. There's something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to come back later. No choice. Seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Okay, you do that. I'll just investigate a bit. The houses are really crammed together in these narrow alleyways. Strangers like us walking through definitely stands out. It really feels like old Tokyo. stickers? Nothing. What is that?
It's quiet. This place is normally lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incident.
Voice is so low.
Rio is checking Mr. Dicey house at the end of the road. This street's real narrow, so two big guys like us would stick out like a pair of sore thumbs.
What do we think before I finish off the investigation?
So, the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents.
Alright, I'll go check the house.
Oh, you're back.
No luck, boss. Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. For a while? You were gone like 2 seconds, my dude. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Looks like no one's home right now. Let's try again later.
Not much we can do if they're not home. Let's go somewhere else for now.
Okay, so we can suspend here. Which is weird because, oh! Wait! No, this is broken already. Yeah, which is weird because this one is unavailable right now too. That's weird. You would think that it being 9 a.m. when they go to the school and it being 9 a.m. when they go to the school it would trigger something. I think last time we went to the candy shop and then nothing happened. So let's go to Komagata High School. Like, the high school seems the most likely place to go, right? Because it's 9 a.m. at Komagata High when Yako and Mio get there. And 9 a.m. is when Tetsuo and Jun also get there. Don't Haruo and Richter also get there around 9 a.m.? So it's like, there has to be a reason. There's gotta be something here. Oh, there they are! Wait, they're right here!
Uh-huh.
That's... Boss? What is it? You want to talk to those girls? I do!
Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason.
Hell yeah, you were!
Come on, Ergo.
What? Oh my god, we did it! We figured it out! After going back and forth a bunch of times. Hey, aren't you... You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor laws who I've heard so much about. What?! Say that again? Sorry about that. He's with me. I feel like Erio was not supposed to say that. I feel like Tetsuo was supposed to. Mr. Tsutsumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my work conditions. I'd prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. You're gonna treat her to a meal? You think that's better than a salary, than a wage? Come on, Erio. You're just feeding into the child labor. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah! Like one of those places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go! We've got ourselves a deal. Right, boss? The girls are at our service.
Hold on now. What just happened? I never said sushi.
Looking forward to it, boss.
Wait, since when were you included?
You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. That was such an awkward interaction. What do we think about this, Tetsuo?
Sushi, huh? Well, if that'll solve the case, it's a small price to pay. I'll just expense it to the paranormal affairs later.
There you go.
So, how much have we been able to figure out?
Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soldiers for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis.
Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows was cast, the curse stones appeared before those who wanted the rite at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 curse stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach.
You got 3 already? Wow. We have the curse stone of the Fool's Procession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me! Yako, the girl standing behind Mio.
She does. Is she alright? We could take it off your hands.
Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out.
Alright. I'll leave the Fool's Procession to you two then. So, this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Could she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend?
This is so dad of him.
If she did, it would do this old man's cart good.
This is so dad of him.
But I'd better not say that out loud. Don't want to make him look bad.
Oh. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other curse stones. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows.
Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them?
Well, last night at school. You were here last night? Yes.
You see. Huh.
You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool!
So, that's when you ran into the curse echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter.
Somehow. We managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The curse echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg.
What? a woman missing an arm and a leg. That's
the one-sided read.
the one-sided read. This is bad.
Huh? What's so bad about that one?
You idiot. Think. The curse bearer of the one-sided reed is...
Huh? Names? Okay, we know it's... Okay, process of elimination. We know for sure it's not Jonoichi because he has never burning lantern. Definitely not ever burning. We know it's not Shogo because he's not important to the story. Hideki Araishi already gave us his stone. Namagaki has foot washing mansion. Michio Shiraishi's dead. Hajime Yoshimi. Who's that? Yoshimi. It could be Nejima. His line of thinking could be, oh, it's the psychopath that wants to kill me. Well, to kill everyone else. Tawako Hayashi and Hajime Yoshimi. I don't remember those names. So let's take a moment to go back through the files. Okay, so I did look back at the files. So Hajime Yoshimi was the cop who died. We don't have files on Tawako Hayashi. So I guess I'm gonna go with my gut here and think that Tsutsumi Tetsuo is thinking of Nejima.
Fumichika Nejima. He admitted it himself. That's his curse.
Oh, that's right. Wait, but if that's the case...
Nejima might have been here last night.
What?
I mean, it's possible he was lying to us, but...
What? Who's Nejima? No clue. They're too young. They're too young to know who that is. He was a serial killer before your time. This is one hell of a coincidence, huh? That this random girl you know is already involved with the case. He whipped around real quick.
Forensics is still investigating the area. They didn't really want to bring these kids to a place like this, but there were too many onlookers outside for us to spend comfort in. Besides, it would be good to have me look around the scene too.
About Fumitsuka Nejima.
So, Nejima is trying to take advantage of the Feast of Shadows for his own nefarious purposes.
Huh? He said he's going to massacre the city at sundown today? And he's trying to get your daughter too?
That's why we've been trying to find him, but to no avail. Honestly, this information has been the most useful we've gotten so far. So just to be sure, could you tell me who else was at the school last night?
Well, as far as we know, there was us, Mr. Jonoichi, and one of our classmates, Hitomi. Don't forget old man Ashimiya. Wait, Hitomi? Do you mean Hitomi Okuda? Second year student. Well, yes. Why? Boss.
So, she was here last night.
I saw Hitomi earlier, though, and she didn't seem like a curse bearer to me. You did? Did you talk to her? Yes.
Do you mind if we asked you a few questions about that?
It
Hitomi said she didn't want to talk to the police because she was afraid she'd become a suspect. So I can't tell you anything unless you swear you won't drag her into this. Ah, I see. Don't worry, this is about a different matter.
A different matter? You mean about that police officer, Mr. Yoshimi? You know about that? Did Hitomi say something about him?
Yes, she did, actually. If we're talking about people who were at school last night, there was one more person, though I'm not too clear on the details.
There was someone else?
Apparently, Hitomi actually saw Mr. Junichi getting cursed and killed last night.
What? Talk about some vital information.
What she said happened was...
Michio was the one who killed Mr. Junichi? Are you sure it was really Michio that she saw?
Well, that's what she told me. I wasn't there.
That must mean there was another curse bearer here last night. Junichi was killed by a curse, so someone had to have been there, whether it was Michio or not.
Damn, boss. Do you think it really could have been Michio's ghost? I mean, based on what we've heard, she does have plenty of reasons to be vengeful.
Calm down. Just because the paranormal exists doesn't mean that just anything is possible. It's still possible that Nezumo is behind Junichi's death.
But what about Hitomi's story? What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her? What's your relation? I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first.
Ah, I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her, Ariel.
Alright. He's just like, tell her. Keep in mind that this is just a theory though. Okay. After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision. Wait, what? An accident? Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems he had his doubts about it being suicide. What? A van? Speeding? Did she see something? Yako? What's wrong? Are you okay? Why is she screaming? What? A van. There's a young man in the driver's seat and a young woman in the passenger's. Yako! Is she having a premonition? Uh-huh. Yes! Wait, was I... Are you back now? How do you feel? You're covered in sweat. Yeah, I'm okay. I think. Sorry, I went a little crazy there. It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though. Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he? Well, he didn't give me any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either. Right. Do you have any idea why Junichi was so scared of Michio? Well, about that...
I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but...
I half expected it would be something like that. Thanks for telling me.
Sorry, it's hard to explain. I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that.
Michio, what happened?
About this janitor. Ashimiya, was it? How old is he? Do you know how long he's worked here?
Huh? Why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? I only just transferred to this school though, so I have no idea. He's around 50 years old. He came to our school about a half a year ago. No one knows what he did before, so there are all kinds of rumors about him.
I see. Thanks. I'm starting to get a better picture of all this.
Are you?
Huh? Listen up. It's not uncommon for former prisoners to find work under an alias after their release. The notoriety attached to their former name can get in the way of proper rehabilitation, you see.
What are you? No way!
Anyway, have the officers apprehend the janitor. He worked night shift, so he might still be in the overnight room.
Yes, right away. Huh? Wait, could Ashimiya be Nejima? Let's look. Okay, so this is Fumichika Nejima, Makoto Ashimiya, Nejima, Ashimiya. I don't know. Boss, bad news. Apparently the room's been empty all morning. Sounds like they'd been looking to question Ashimiya too, but couldn't find him anywhere. No.
That all but confirms it. Just one more thing to check. Are there any photos of this Ashimiya?
The old man seriously hated getting his picture taken. He'd always avoid it.
Eryo, call an urgent search for Makoto Ashimiya. We can't let him get away.
Yes, sir! I'll contact HQ right away. Anything else? I didn't expect all this. Yeah, how could that old man have been some horrible criminal mastermind? I can't believe it. And a curse bearer on top of that! To think he was so close to us this whole time. It gives me the chills. A guy like that really shouldn't have been allowed to work at a high school.
Let's hope it isn't already too late.
Oh, I may have shown Ashimiya my curse stone last night.
What? I don't like this one bit. Nejima did say he wasn't specifically targeting curse bearers, but...
I'm glad nothing happened to you. Wait, but then... Could it have been old man Ashimiya who attacked you in the hallway? I almost told him that you were still in the building too! What? You did? Yikes. Good thing I didn't say anything.
You might have gotten very lucky there, kid.
So we do know that she dies if we tell him that Mio is still in the school. We know that much. This is too much. I hope they can find him soon. Come on, long arm of the law, help us. About the mastermind behind the Feast of Shadows. To put a stop to the Feast of Shadows, it would help if I knew more about how the curses of these 7 mysteries first came about.
In that case, you're probably best off talking to that crappy researcher guy.
You mean Mr. Araishi? I would very much like to talk to him.
Ah, right. He's a teacher here too, isn't he? You would know him already. He might be more inclined to talk if it's one of his students doing the asking.
Do you know where he is?
I do. We tried to talk to him, but he refused to cooperate. But you two should give it a try. He's at his usual cafe working on his papers.
The cafe. Oh, Kurokikyo Cafe in Kamizawa. Thanks. We'll head over there now. Wait, don't leave yet! School rules say we're not allowed to go to cafes, though.
Don't worry about it. I'll allow it.
Thank you. That's all it takes? There must be a mastermind behind everything. Someone who orchestrated all this for a reason. I want to find out why. About Hitomi Okuda. Hitomi did say that Mr. Yoshimi entrusted her with something. He did what? What was it? Yoshimi gave her a talisman? Yes, apparently he also asked her to look for another one just like it. One that Michio had. What kind of talismans could they be? Boss?
Doesn't ring a bell. But if Yoshimi was talking about him with his damn breath, they must have been pretty important.
Did they find a talisman on Michio where her body was found?
I'll check, but if they did, Yoshimi would have had plenty of time to retrieve it before he died.
Right. Would you consider giving us Hitomi's contact information? I'd like to talk to her about that talisman. I'm not sure. She never opened up to anyone except Mr. Yoshimi. I'm no good, huh? I was friends with Yoshimi, though. You don't seem like too bad of a guy. Not all that scary for a cop. But I doubt that'll be enough for her. She really doesn't want to end up becoming a suspect. To be honest, she was even a bit wary of us.
Well then, do you think she'd talk to Yoshimi's fiancé? Haven't they met before?
Oh, they have. She told us about that. Yes, she might be willing to talk to her.
Alright, then we better find her fast.
You haven't been able to reach her? That's a little worrying.
Mayu Tozawa. We'll let you know as soon as we manage to contact her.
Okay. I'd be willing to give Hitomi's contact information to her. Oh, right. One more thing. Hitomi told me that Mr. Yoshimi gave her instructions in the event that something happened to him. He told her to give the talisman to Mr. Nakagoshi from the police headquarters.
What? So it was a Nakagoshi case? Why would Yoshimi tell her that?
Could you check on that?
I will, but... well, I don't know if they'll pick up when I call.
Is he with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? Edio! Need to know! I mean, I guess Mio knows about it, but Yako...
Well, yes, Nakagoshi's the chief, but he's almost never in, so I don't really know the guy. To be honest, I'm not even sure if he exists, or if he's just a figurehead. I've never spoken to him myself. All of Paranormal Affairs cases are referred to as Nakagoshi cases.
Jeez, what's up with that? Interesting. That amulet Hitomi was looking for may be the missing puzzle piece to this mystery. Okay. What do we think about this?
Donoichi was almost definitely killed by a curse, but I wonder about the exact cause of death. If the curse's origin and the cause of death are connected, it could give us another lead.
Let's talk to forensics then.
It's usually easier to let Erio do the talking when it comes to young people, but we only have a day. It'll be quicker if I take the reins this time. But he did manage to win them over with the promise of food. Let's see how this plays out.
Okay, let's go to the scene of crime. Any stickers, by the way? Nope. What's with all that rope? It indicates where Jonoichi's body was found. Yeah, doesn't it look like a silhouette of a body to you, Yako? They've moved his body, but this way we still have an idea of how it was found. Yikes, that's a little gross. You can even see how his arms and legs are all... Ugh.
Cool it, Ariel. You're scaring her. This kind of stuff is a little much for a kid.
Hey, I'm pretty sure she only asked because you were staring at it so intently.
Alright, that's enough. Mia, what do you think?
I knew it the second I looked at the scene. You're right. Traces of a curse still linger here.
I figured as much.
Does that mean Jonoichi was killed by one of the curses of the Seven Mysteries? Yes. A strong curse like that always leaves trace behind. Michio, what happened? Wow, Mio, you're so calm. Are you used to this kind of thing? I wouldn't say I'm used to it. It's just... it comes with experience, I guess.
No, I've heard some stories about you. Didn't you investigate a gruesome scene where someone had been killed by a paranormal attack?
I skipped through it. Stop it, Mr. Tsutsumi. She's going to get the wrong idea. Whoa! That's amazing! Mio, you're a professional! You think... Totally! You're cool even in the face of death. That's awesome. When you put it like that, I'm not sure how awesome it is. Hey, boss. Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say.
Sure. Thanks.
Finally! Boss, they found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene.
What is that? Ribbon?
Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair. What? I've seen that ribbon before. You have? Go on then. That's the ribbon Michio always used to wear.
What?
Their expressions! Doesn't that mean that Michio was here?
Are you sure?
Definitely. We have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers.
Then, did she come back to life somehow?
But how? Let's think.
Okay, don't think. Don't think.
If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go?
That's the question. She got her revenge on Jonoichi, but she may have more revenge to dish out.
Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Her stepfather!
Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision?
And that guy! If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live. I'm afraid that's all we can tell you.
Don't worry, you were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejima and Mayu Chizawa.
It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case.
Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here.
Got it. Thank you, and good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishia about a way to lift this curse. All right, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready. nothing else to talk about, so let's... Oh, anything new to think about?
We'll leave the curse lifting to the girls, while we go looking for Nejima and Chizawa. There's also the matter of Yoshi's talisman, but we won't get anything done staying here. We'd better get a move on it.
Alright, let's move!